There was a king who received a very special gift. Two beautiful, magnificent, peregrine falcons. He handed them over to a man who was expert in training falcons. After a couple of months, the trainer informed the king that one of the two falcons was doing really well, flying majestically, soaring into the heights of the sky. But the other one, it had not moved at all from its branch from the very day that he had started training them. The king brought healers and sorcerers from all over the place to try and get the falcon to move. But the bird just wouldn't fly. Having tried everything he could, the frustrated king said to his minister, "Maybe we need someone more familiar with nature, someone who understands animals and birds. I think only such a person can solve this problem. Go, look for someone like this from the countryside and assign this task to him." The next morning, the king was thrilled to see the second falcon soaring high above the palace gardens. Delighted, he called his minister and asked him to get the doer of this miracle to him. The minister brought a simple farmer to the king. The king asked the farmer, "How did you make this falcon fly?" The farmer replied, "It was very easy, Your Royal Highness. I simply cut the branch on which the bird was sitting. We are all created to fly, to live by the incredible potential that we have all been invested with. But often we sit on our branches, clinging to the things that are familiar to us, remaining stuck in our comfort zones, not willing to venture out, not willing to take risks. The possibilities are endless, but for most of us, they remain undiscovered because we continue to conform to the familiar, to the comfortable, to the mundane. So for the most part, our lives are mediocre instead of exciting, thrilling, and fulfilling. What is the branch that's holding you back from flying high? What's the fear that's stopping you from taking a risk? What is the weakness that's inhibiting your growth? Unless we cut off the branches we are clinging to and free ourselves, we can never take off and reach newer heights in our life. What are you waiting for? Cut the branch and take your flight.
How many of you made a mistake? How many of you made a mistake in your academics? Oh, full 100% success rate. 100% success rate. In your exam paper, something went wrong. Instead of pressing cos, you press sine. 20 marks gone in the paper. Engineers know very well what I'm talking about. Instead of pressing one button right, you just press the wrong button, finished. 20 marks gone like that in the exam paper. Making a mistake, right? How many of you made mistakes in dealing with your parents by shouting at them and then regretted? Felt really bad. I shouldn't have done that. How many of you have made a mistake by judging your friend wrongly and then feeling that actually मेरी गलती थी उसकी नहीं थी? इधर हाथ नीचे ही नहीं आ रहा है. सब लोग सोचते प्रभु जी बार-बार उठाऊंगा, ऐसे ही रखता हूं मैं. For everything the answer is a yes. What's the point in doing this? You know, वजन कम हो जाएगा. ऐसे ही रख लेते. So what are you doing pranayam? What's the point? Isn't it? Shh. Possibly we could be making serious mistakes in our life, especially in the zeal of youth, in the super duper enthusiasm, zeal, energy as young men and ladies, for those who are here, young ladies. we could be making some serious mistakes. But what's beautiful in life is, life allows us to correct those mistakes. है ना? पेंसिल के पीछे एक रबड़ आता है, रबड़ बोलते थे हम लोग स्कूल में, रबड़. And the first time we got this pencil with a rubber and a razor behind, it's nice. Because mistakes can be erased. Some mistakes we have made can be corrected. Some mistakes we can't. The consequences are so bad. We just have to now have the support system to handle it. Many mistakes can't even be reversible sometimes, isn't it? इसीलिए हम कई बार कहते हैं, हिंदी में कहते हैं हम कई बार, भूल करना ना प्रकृति है, स्वभाव है अपना. ऐसा कोई है जो भूल नहीं करता? मान लेना ना संस्कृति है. इट्स कल्चर टू एक्सेप्ट दैट आई मेड अ मिस्टेक. कई लोग तो मिस्टेक मानते ही नहीं. दे डोंट एक्सेप्ट दे मेड अ मिस्टेक. भूल करना प्रकृति है, मान लेना संस्कृति है, और सुधार लेना प्रगति है. देवियों सज्जनों, अगर हम उस गलती को मान ले और सुधार ले, उसको प्रगतिशील जीवन कहते हैं. प्रोग्रेसिव लाइफ इज टू एक्सेप्ट दैट आई मेड अ मिस्टेक एंड टू ट्राई एंड नॉट रिपीट इट अगेन एंड इंप्रूव इन द एरिया दैट वी मेड अ मिस्टेक.
In the middle of a beautiful city, there was a museum. The floor in the museum was laid with marble tiles, and right in the center of the foyer was a huge marble statue as a part of the display. Many people from all over the world visited the museum every day and admired the beautifully crafted statue. One night, one of the marble tiles on the floor started talking to the marble statue. "Hey statue, we are originally from the same town. We were picked up from the same mine, transported on the same lorry, brought to the very same sculptor. Why then do people from all over the world come all the way here just to step on me while they admire and praise you so much? This is so unfair." The marble statue replied, "My dear friend, O tile, do you remember how both of us sat there side by side in the sculptor's workshop in our original forms as marble blocks? And do you recollect how the sculptor chose to work on you first? He started using his tools on you simply to turn you into a masterpiece. But you resisted. You started falling apart." "Of course I remember," said the marble tile. "I hate that guy. How could he use those sharp tools on me? It hurt so badly." The marble statue continued, "That's right. When you couldn't take the pain of his tools, he decided to give up on you and start working on me instead. I knew at once that if I had to be something different, I would have to bear the pain. Thinking so, instead of resisting, I bore all the pain of the sharp tools he used on me." My friend, there is a price to everything in life. Since you decided to give up halfway, you cannot blame anybody who steps on you now. Life, as a sculptor, wants to make a masterpiece out of you. The question is whether you are ready to handle every test, every hard knock, every trouble, every failure, all the pain that comes from these sculpting tools and become a masterpiece. Or do you grumble and crumble down to simply become a tile? That is what decides whether people step on you or admire you as you become a role model for someone to emulate. Thank you.